Hello. Hey. Good evening. How is everyone this evening? Friday night, like my big, gigantic candle. I am going to have a surprise for everyone tonight. Okay. Well, I'm going to do a reading. I was able to channel and she's coming through quite clear. I have channeled her before, but never on here. It was always private. JonBenet Ramsey. JonBenet Ramsey. Beautiful, beautiful little girl who was murdered. Christmas. $1996. I remember it like it was yesterday. My Moonal, I had finally got these in the mail, and that she wants me to read Angel Wisdom Tarot. She's telling me so many people are with her. She's in peace. She has crossed over a long time ago, and she's ready. She's ready to cross over into her new life. I thought she would have done that by now. And I do not feel her mother at all. I've been trying so hard to channel Patsy, and I just can't seem to. Thank you, angels, for guiding my path every day. Thank you, angels, for guiding my path every day. I am going to use these cards. The one she said she wanted to use. She is not the same age as when she passed away. At the age she was 6. She wanted, I don't even know where to begin. I don't want this to be too long of a reading, because I know the last time I read, I channeled her. She seemed, like she didn't want to talk too much about what happened on that day. But she is giving me permission to do so. It's just, I'm having a lot of interference. For some reason, I don't know why. Let me just shuffle these cards. She just, first, the most important thing is that you have to understand that so many rumors have gone around about JonBenet Ramsey about being molested by her father and her brother, and she's saying that's just not true. She isn't wearing any makeup. As a matter of fact, she hates makeup. Although she does enjoy the attention, and that figures. That figures. And she's a Leo. And she was born the 6th of August, 1990. Yeah, August 6th, 1990. So, she is a grown woman now, but she is ready to move on to her new life. Last time I channeled JonBenet, it was, I think it was around 2000, 2001, maybe 2002, right around the millennium. I am going to read the day before, the day, what went on that night. And again, she's saying that it's just not true. It's just not true about Burke and her father. And I didn't think it was. I still do believe. You see, she had a bedwetting problem. She used to wet the bed. She's embarrassed and she has her head down. But she doesn't mind me saying so. She ruined her Christmas pajamas. She wet the sheets, and her mother was always so the center of attention. Always wanted to be the center of attention. Always was. She was also in pageants. Also, she did beauty pageants, and the things that all those creepy rumors going around with the Santa Claus that did the tour through the house did it, and that other guy did it, that creepy little guy, he did it, all those rumors. Now remember, I said they were rumors. She's saying they're rumors. Her brother didn't do it. Although her brother, she admits to the flashlight. She's saying about something about a flashlight, but it did not occur on that night. That was a whole different day, a different year. It wasn't even around Christmas, I don't think. She's saying a flashlight, her brother, pineapple. Her brother did not kill her because she ate his pineapple. She loved pineapple. They both did. And the tea. That had nothing to do with it. She's mentioning tea. And I could go for a nice cup of black tea myself. I am going to pull out, and before I start to pull out, before Spirit helps me pull out some of these cards, I would like to mention that, in my opinion, and there's also a book out that she wants me to mention, and it's funny. It's funny that she's mentioning that book, and I don't know the name of the detective that wrote it, but he also, beyond a shadow of a doubt, can prove that it was Patsy. she isn't mentioning this, but I would like to mention this, the fact that ransom note was ridiculous. I mean, who writes a ransom note that long? You know what I mean? It was Patsy. She was ambidextrous also. And 3 handwriting experts, assuming from the FBI, said that there's a very, very good possibility that it was Patsy. She's bringing up her pajamas and the sheets again, and again. This is her mother saying again, JonBenet, again. You wet the bed again. Oh, my kids are grown, but all parents lose it. Their kids, they want something, and you take them to the store, and they want something inside of the store, and if you tell them no, and they throw a temper tantrum in the store. And there was a couple times I had to drag my kids out by their pants. You know what I mean? Like I've seen parents do it, and it's as long as you don't hit them or anything, no violence, just grab them and take them out of the store and put them in the car and take them home. And that's that. But no means no. But you can't tell a child not to wet the bed if the child has that kind of a problem. And a lot of children that have bedwetting problems, I'm not saying all, but I'm saying most, usually there's usually a lot of emotional problems. There was a lot of fighting going on in the house, a lot of arguing between Patsy and John. He did not want her in those pageants. He didn't think it was appropriate. But what set Patsy off that night when she hit her on the back of the head was her wetting the bed. And Patsy was tired, and she still had her clothes on, which wasn't like her, because JonBenet is mentioning the clothes, dirty clothes, not like my mother, no makeup on, tired. She was tired. She was extremely tired. She just wanted to lay down and go to sleep, and she just had so many things to do. And they had just had that, I believe that evening, they had dinner with the Whites. I believe that was their last name. They had, and JonBenet, she's mentioning that it was cracked crab they had. Was it cracked crab or lobster? What went on? What was the general energy of the family? Now, when I talk about the other person, and this is me, I'm not speaking for all readers and channel and mediums and what have you. When I talk about the other person, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm talking about that person's husband or wife. I'm not talking about the spouse. I'm talking about, it could be the child's or the adult's teacher, friend, aunt, uncle, a friend, when I talk about the other person. So it's not always about, the spouse. So I'm going to ask Spirit to help me pull out a card. What was the general? Let's talk about Burke, because everyone seems to think that Burke, and I did watch that interview he had with Dr. Phil, and everyone said that he looked freaky. He had like this weird smirk on his face. And he wasn't smiling. He was nervous. He was uncomfortable. That wasn't like an uncomfortable smile. It wasn't it wasn't a smile. It was just an uncomfortable facial expression that he was making because he really didn't want to be there. Okay. And this is okay, so I pulled out a card for Burke, and this is taking the next steps. And this is in the now. This is now. It says taking the next, and this is the Two of Fire. So that would be, I guess, and this is Archangel. I can't pronounce the name, and I can't remember the name. You know what? We're going to have to go over the guardian angels because there's guardian angels on these cards, and we'll have to do that a different time right now. And JonBenet is going away. She's tired. I just wanted to give you her appearances. She's tall, slender, long, dark blonde. She's a dark blonde. She was not a platinum blonde like her mother used to dye her hair. Even as a baby, she didn't like it. It was like a platinum blonde, like a light blonde. And then she used to blame it on the sun. The sun did it. The sun did that to her hair. And we all know her. Patsy dyed the child's hair. I took out that card, and then I put it back in. I didn't even get to read it. What was Burke feeling? What was the general feeling in the house that evening when Patsy murdered JonBenet Ramsey? And that's my opinion. I from here until the day I die, I'll still always believe that it was, without a shadow of a doubt, Patsy. She lost it. She lost her temper. And she did something that she's deceased now. She passed away of, I believe, ovarian cancer. She came out of remission, and I can't remember what year she died. Let's talk about JonBenet, the day of, and the week leading up to the murder. How were things in the house? What was the general feeling in the house that week leading up to the Christmas? I mean, those Colorado police, they did a horrible job from the get-go, letting all those family members in and friends in, tainting the crime scene. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. What do we have here? These are beautiful cards, by the way. Look at how beautiful they are. Look at the illustration. I mean, look at the. See? And this is one of fire, and this is a little boy. He looks like he's holding up a light. That looks like a dragon, like some sort of a little dragon. And there's the tree, and he's sitting there. And there's a plant. Let's see what it says. This is JonBenet Ramsey. This is for JonBenet. This is her reading for the week leading up to the horrible accident. Because I believe it was an accident. I don't. believe one bit that Patsy had any intentions on doing that, murdering her daughter. It was an accident. Mothers don't do that. There's a maternal instinct that when your child is born, it just doesn't go away. I'll read a few cards. Let me start with this one. An amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you, pardon me, do what you are passionate about. So, I'll show you that. I'll read it one more time because it says, an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you are passionate about. Okay. And let me read these other two cards. How about this one here? This looks like the Five of Swords, but it's actually the Five of Air. What's his name? Radley. I don't know if anyone heard of Radley Valentine, but these are his cards. He's Radley Valentine. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I showed you the box. Such a nice box. And it does say inside the box, thank you, angels, for guiding my path every day. We each have our own guardian angel watching over us. Some have a lot of guardian angels watching over them. I have guardian angels watching over me every day, all day. All right, this card here, the Five of Air, and this here is the guardian angel, but I can't get into that right now, but I promise I will. Okay. An unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. Okay, I'll read that once more. An unwise choice. There's a better way to make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. So this is what she was feeling. And this is the Knight of Knight of Water, and there's a man with a long blonde hair. It's ironic, has long blonde, riding a white horse through the water. Let's see what it says. And if any of these cards mention romance, it doesn't resonate with JonBenet because she was 6. Just thought I'd say that, and I know my you beautiful people out there aren't stupid. So I just thought I'd mention that because I know someone might say something, and just in case they do, it doesn't resonate because she was only 6. Come on. But this card says romantic, flirtatious, fickle, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. So she was probably thinking about the Christmas presents. I mean, did you see all the Christmas presents she got for Christmas? Because they showed all those beautiful, beautiful house, beautiful suburban neighborhood. She had so many gifts, so many beautiful gifts. So this could mean, that she was, having making her heart flutter, because you know how kids get, when it comes to Christmas, they can't wait. Santa Claus is coming. So I know that's how I was when I was a child. I couldn't wait for Santa Claus to get here. I'll pull out 3 more cards for JonBenet on the day of the day of, during that day. How is Patsy feeling on the day of? How is Patsy feeling? Spirit, pull out a card. And that one wants to come out. Let's see what this card says. Okay, and this is the Seven of Earth. And let me show you. I don't know if you can see it. Pretty. All right, and this card says seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience. Wow. This is I asked Spirit to pull out a card for Patsy, and this is what comes out. Let me just read it again, because I didn't finish reading this card. This is weird. It's creeping me out. It says seeds well planted, efforts or investments. Now, John, I believe, got a Christmas bonus of $118,000. So, just saying. Let me read again. Seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience, a time for resting and planning for the future. Unnecessary worry. I'm sorry, but I just got the chills. I asked Spirit to help me pull out a card on Patsy, and this comes out. I mean, wow. Talk about ironic, huh? It's always in the cards. You cannot make this up, because it's just the perfect card. I couldn't have picked this is, I'm sorry, I just got the chills. Seeds well planted, efforts are, and I gotta read it again. It's like, what the fuck? Seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. The need for patience, a time for resting. She was very tired. She hasn't slept. She was wearing the same clothes she wore 2 days in a row. A woman who was that controlling, and the house was meticulously clean, and she was meticulously dressed at all times. Even when she got up in the morning, she looked meticulous, wearing the same clothes. Come on. She was exhausted, and she lost it, and that, she lost her temper. It was a horrible, horrible accident. And may they both rest in peace. Planning for the future, unnecessary worry. I am going to finish up the reading. And please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. And have a wonderful evening. Be safe. Stay well.